name's Jason Fried. I'm the CEO at Basecamp, and we're a company based in Chicago, although we have we have employees in about 35 different cities around the world. What do you really want? I think this is the thing. People don't really ask themselves, why are you doing this? Like, why do you want to grow so fast? And why do you want to raise a bunch of money? And why do you want to do this? And people have a hard time answering that question. Oftentimes it comes down to ego. They want to be famous, or they want to be well known, or they want to be like Zuckerberg, or they want to be like someone else versus being themselves. I don't think a lot of people even know who they are when they make these decisions. And so I would just encourage them to soul search a bit and go, why do you want to do this? Like, if you go borrow, or if you take other people's money, basically you're going to get really good at spending it. You're not going to get good at making it. Second, you're going to be on someone else's schedule. Someone else is going to want their money back, or they're going to want your company to become something that you may not want it. But now, too bad, because they're behind. They gave you the money, and so if you need more at some point, you're going to have to go back to them. They're going to get a bigger share. And at some point, like, who are you working for anymore? Are you working for yourself? Did you come to start your own business to work for yourself, or now you're working for investors? And I just think that people have to stop and think about it a bit. And I actually don't think that this is the best part of the world to start a bootstrap company, because there's so much external pressure to do it the other way. So I think if you want to start a bootstrap company, you're better off doing it somewhere else, where there's less pressure to conform to a venture-backed kind of business. And I just think that, one of the beautiful things about starting a business and running your own business is that you are in control of I believe at least, is that you should be in control of your destiny. That's why you've done it. If not, just go work for somebody. And venture-backed companies are like close to 0% of all companies created in the world. Most companies are started with nothing, bootstrapped. Maybe they get a loan from their parents or friends or family or something. Like, this is how most businesses actually operate. So the idea is that when you're out here, you think everyone does it this way, but in reality, almost nobody raises money. And so the fact that there's so many businesses in the world, there's so many successful businesses in the world, you just got to look outside of this area to go, it's totally possible. And in fact, the odds are greater that you can succeed when someone isn't pushing you to be huge. And getting out, like, the other thing is when you raise money, you're basically setting yourself up to leave your business. Like, you're setting yourself up for an exit of some sort at some point. It's like getting into something only to want to get out of it right from the beginning just doesn't feel like the right thing for me. So I think if you just pay attention to the way most businesses in the world work, and the way business has been going for a long time, which is people figure out how to make money. You make a product or service that people are happy to pay for. You keep your expenses below your revenue, and then you have a profit. And as long as you have a profit of at least $1 every year, and you paid yourself and you paid your employees, you can continue on forever. And that's just a wonderful thing. No one can tell you to stop. First of all, you got to keep your fixed costs low. So don't hire anyone you do not absolutely need, and try to do every possible job yourself before you hire someone else to do a particular job. So that's like, I don't know how many points of advice that is, but that's one thing. Another thing is that the things you do early are the things you tend to continue to do, that you build up habits. And so if you work 70 or 80 or 90 hours a week, like when you're getting started, this idea that at one point, in 5 years I'll be able to work 40 hours. It doesn't happen. You're so conditioned to just work endlessly. So pay attention to what habits you're creating for yourself, because you can really set yourself up to never be able to exit that pattern of exhaustion. And then the third thing I think that's really important is to understand what you'd say no to. Like, what is off limits? Is it, for me, it's like my weekends are off limits. I don't work on the weekends. I mean, sometimes I'll put an hour in here or there, like, because I want to, but it's not something I ever have to do. What features might we say no to in our product? What customers might we say no to? You should have a few things that you're willing to say no to.